Is this a... No. This is for under eye, right? When people think drugstore makeup, I think even to this day, there's still a connotation of like drugstore means cheap, like Maybelline, L'Oreal, Elf, and that's simply just not the case. I know I used to use Elf a lot more back in the day when I first started my makeup journey. Then I became a makeup snob, then I became just like whatever works and is good, I like it. I wanted to prove once and for all that you don't need to spend a lot of money to look like a lot of money. If you would like to see how I get this look, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. The first product that I have here to start off with is one of these like cult products. And I mean, this is one that's like, I think this one is the dupe for, is it like the Tatcha primer? Or it's a dupe for like a more expensive primer. This is the Elf Poreless Putty Primer. Gosh, I cannot say that. It's hard to see, but there you go. It's like a, interesting. Wait, what is this for? Shout out to my best friend Meg who got me this for Christmas. I mean, it is a personalized makeup mirror with my initials in it and this pink reflective like silver rhinestones. It's so pretty. So now I don't have to worry about like any other hand mirrors or anything else. It's just me here and Meg in spirit. Especially wanted to focus it on my nose where my pores are a little larger, but I don't have very large pores on my face, so let's take my little review what you may if you have larger pores. So the next product is the Flawless Finish Foundation. Apparently this is an online-only exclusive shade. So this is the semi-sweet or semi-sweet. I'm not sure how you would say it. Or, I mean, I know how I say it. I don't know how you say it. I say semi-sweet. No, I say semi-sweet, for sure. The color is described as a deep with rosy undertones. Now, this was tricky because the golden ones were too yellow and then too beige, and then the other ones were too dark. So the color selection, or at least the color generated options that you can see on the website were a little tricky for me to decide on, and it took me honestly like maybe 2 or 3 weeks of like pulling up the Elf page and like looking at foundations and trying to decide like, is this my color or this my color? Then I would screenshot the swatches and I would like swipe through them so I can see them closer, because now, you know, a lot of these things, well, this one isn't online exclusive, but we know we can't go into stores and swatch things anymore, so we're gonna just have to try our best. Yes, this is an oil-free satin finish foundation. It has a nice glass, so it feels a little luxe here. Again, this is in the shade Semi-Sweet, and I'm going to be applying my foundation today with a beauty blender. This little gold jar is also from my friend Meg, who is now in Texas, and I miss you, Meg. I actually also purchased this brush, which is one of my first face brushes from Elf. This is their Airbrush Stipple brush. I'm going to give it a good shake, you know, because it's been sitting there for a little while. So far the shade looks like it could be promising. Let's see. Okay, well, I also ordered this shade when it was summer and it was a lot more warmth in my skin. Let's just blend it out and see what this looks like. It's definitely running warm. In the summertime, this would be a great shade for me. Right now, maybe not my favorite. Oh my goodness, you guys, yes, this is so warm. This is what my skin color actually is. And this is what the foundation's done, so it's definitely warmed me up. I would say on the foundation, feels great. I like the natural coverage of it. It does look flawless. However, I would say that right now, this is not my current shade. This is definitely my summer shade. This would look so flawless on my skin. So I'm definitely gonna save this, and I'll probably look out for a shade that's a little bit lighter in the time being if I'm gonna use this again. So now I'm kind of worried that the shades that I chose are gonna be too dark for me. So I have two of the concealers in the Hydrating Camo Concealer. These are in the shade Deep Chestnut and Deep Cinnamon. So let's actually get a little swatch and see what these look like. So at the bottom is Deep Cinnamon, and above it is a Deep Chestnut. And this cinnamon color with the warmth, I hope will just help brighten the under eye. So I'll just add a little bit of the cinnamon. And then I'll go in to brighten a bit with the Deep Chestnut. They're honestly very similar, but that's fine. We're not going for beaming today. I also don't know why I started with eyes or face. Freak me. So I'm just gonna go in with my damp beauty blender and I'm gonna blend that out. I have not been in the sun in a very long time. So I have been seeing the sun from my house, from my couch, from the hammock on my patio, from the backyard where my car is. Sometimes when I go outside to the grocery store, but honestly I went to the grocery store at like 8 o'clock the other night, so yeah, I've been inside. I've been definitely inside. Have y'all been staying inside? Have y'all been finding it more difficult at the holiday times, or have you really been hankering down? I would like to know. Honestly, the coverage looks pretty good. I'm not mad at it at all. It could be brighter, but maybe we can lift it up with some of the setting powder. So actually, before I set my face, I like to go in with my blush first. So now I have the option. We have one blush here, which is the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick in Bronze Cherry. And this one looks nice. It looks like a beautiful copper, very orangey. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Caribbean. Ooh, this one's got some pigment. Now you can see the real difference there between the Bronze Cherry and the Caribbean. And I also think that adding this one is gonna take away from a bit of that warmth that I added with the darker foundations and concealers. But they would look gorgeous on a deeper skin tone. And to smooth out the edges, I just go in with my beauty blender and I just tap over the edge of where the foundation was meeting the blush. Just kind of helps marry the two colors together. Now that looks like it's, ooh, just a kiss of color. I also do like a little bit of blush right above my brows, on my forehead. Blend it out right around my eyebrow. I'm gonna pull that right back into my receding hairline. So everyone, hands down, this blush is absolutely gorgeous. This is it blended out. It still has like a nice sheen. It just like, ugh. Right now, on camera, everything is looking very seamless. Very happy with how things are turning out. This is the color of our setting powder. It looks like it'll be brightening. It looks like there's a little warmth to it, but not, maybe, hopefully not too much. I hope there's a little bit more yellow tones. So let's go ahead and set the under, oh, actually. Okay, so in the time being that I've done that, my under eyes have creased. So we wanna touch that up. Again, this is the hydrating concealer and not the mattifying concealer. They do have that if creasing is an issue to you. Down the side of the nose. Oh wow, okay. Okay. Is this a... No. This is for under eye, right? I can't make up my mind on how I feel about this. Let's just try to buff it in. I feel like maybe on, like, in photography this will look really nice, but in person it's just like showing all of the little bits of hair on my face. Look, like on camera, oh wow. That's definitely brightened me up. Let's try brightening up here. Again, so this is definitely just gonna be a shimmering holiday look. Now when I say that the powder has shimmer or luminosity to it, it glows like a body shimmer would. It doesn't glow like glitter. So there's like a very high metallic sheen to the powder. You know what, now that I'm wearing it on my face, it's actually growing on me, actually. Let me put on a little bit more. So I forgot to get an eye primer from e.l.f., so my apologies there. So I'm actually gonna go in with my Sigma Beauty eye base in the shade Ignite, and I'm going to cover my whole lid with this. While that base is still wet, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow palette in Hot Jalapeño. And I saw Michael Brooks use this and so many other people use this. This color has always been sold out in store. I've never, ever, ever seen this color in store. It's always been sold out. They always have like the brown and like the pink one. I'm gonna go in with a NYX Professional Makeup kind of like flat paddle brush so I can pack down the color. And let us see what pigment this $3 palette got for us. Get a better dip there. Oh, this is actually a really, really pretty green. I don't know if I'm alone on this, but when brands do green, they always run them very, very blue. And I just want a green green. I don't want it to be teal. I don't want it to be turquoise. I just want it to be green. Also, this brush is dense, but it does have lots of like light bristles towards the end because it fans out. So that allows me, once I have the color packed on and in the area, then I start turning the brush to the side and then blending out the edges. So first pack it on the lid. Let's see. And so far, you guys, the color has not been going on patchy. The color seems very impactful. It's stunning, actually. And now that I have the color all over the lid, and fallout under my eye. Just a smidge of fallout. It's okay. It's fine. Next I'm going to go in with a brush to blend out those edges. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. crease brush, and I'm going to dab back into that green, and I'm going to lightly wash back and forth to get more of a diffused smooth edge. To actually use a bit more of that green, I'm going to take the same matte green and I'm going to pack it just under my eyebrow right here. Now I'm going to go in with the darker shade of green and I'm going to create like a little smoked liner here. I hope that the shade is dark enough to do that. Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe M326 brush, which is nice and compact. I usually use it for inner corner, but right now I'm going to use it for my bottom lash line, and I'm going to run that green shadow all along the bottom. Okay, so now we want to add a little bit more brightness, right? So I'm actually going to take the metallic green shade in here, this second one, and I'm going to use my finger for this. Get a nice little swatch. Ooh. And I'm going to pull it from the inner corner and pull it right back up. So dab it right on your eye with your finger. And then pull. Don't just stick your finger into your eye just like anyhow. Like, be careful and mindful of where your finger and you want the color to go. Just like everything in your life, do it with intention and you shall reap the greatest of rewards. I'm gonna blend that out with my finger. I'm gonna take my gold on my Morphe M326 brush. Wow, I can already see like this is loaded up with that gold. Gonna dab this very close to the brow. And then I'm gonna blend it out with my finger at the edge. I'm gonna apply this right to the center. And when you're packing color on, especially when you're using like bright colors or metallic colors, and there might be fallout, the smaller brush you use, the more precision you'll have, and the more precise placement that you'll have with the brush. If you use a big old brush like this and you're trying to get a line underneath your eye, it's gonna go everywhere. The next product that I got is the e.l.f. Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow. I actually got these in 2 colors. I got it in the gold shade, 24 karat gold, and this one is called, it doesn't have a name, but it is the teal greenish looking color. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this green shade. I'm gonna top this, where should I top this? Decisions. Oh, I knew it. So this is reading more blue, and so I'm glad that I didn't put it all over my lid. I'm just gonna keep it in this inner corner. Yeah, it gives it another color. And I'm just gonna blend that out with a small brush. Under the eye, we're gonna take the 24 karat liquid gold shade. Oh my god, this looks crazy. In a good way. And we're gonna dab this under the eye. Wow. It has added like a foiled looking glitter element to the shadow that was placed down. And I like it. Let me go finish off my other eye and I'll be right back. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and I'm just gonna use the spoolie part first to brush up my brows. I got a little bit of eyeshadow in them, but it is alright. I actually also did touch up, or I got eyeshadow on my face, so I'm gonna have to conceal that over before we're done. I am using the brow pencil, and I'm using it just to create a little bit more structure at the base of my brow. I'm also going to sharpen up the arch right here. And that's pretty much all that I can really do to my eyebrow without making it look way too thick and overdone. So that's my brow. Now, of all the things that was shipped from e.l.f., this is the only product that came broken. I got their highlighter bronzer duo, and this is in the shade Coconut. We're gonna dab into this tiny bronzer, hoping that I don't get any highlight on me. It looks like it's a nice color so far. We're just going to bronze up and emphasize where we put down that blush earlier. And with the bronzer, I'm also just gonna pack that into my hairline. And bring it right down a little bit. Onto the forehead. I have this Fluffy Morphe M506 brush. I'm gonna dab into the bronzer. And I'm going to pull that down my nose. Now I'm going to go in with the highlight from that same duo, and I'm just going to use my fingers for this. Pigment again looks very great, very bright. I'm going to pop that right there under my eye bag on the top of my cheekbone. This is my Sigma E38 brush. Again, I'm just going to take my brush, I'm going to go over where I tap my finger and just soften those edges. This highlight is very glittery, and it doesn't have that sheen that I usually like. So this isn't my favorite texture. I do think like when these chunky, it's not a chunky glitter, but I can definitely see the micro glitters in there. I can see how it's like separate from where the highlight color is. What is in here, by the way? Oh my god. Okay. There's mica in here. I did not know that. Would y'all be interested? I really want to do this like little expose. I saw that Vice did this thing on mica, and mica, most of it is mined in India by like young child workers, and I can't believe that not more people have heard about this. And this story was like published like, I don't know, a year ago or something. I'll also attach the link if anyone wants to watch that there. But I was thinking about doing my own little like investigation and kind of doing a little episode on that. Because now that I've seen that this e.l.f. product has mica in it, and mica is like the product, or it is an element that's found in the earth that creates like that shine or the highlight. So it's an ingredient that's in MAC mineralized skin finish. The only problem is, like with these companies, you don't know where they're sourcing their mica from, if it's ethically sourced, if and who and how they're sourcing it. And these people are being paid pennies as these corporations make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and these people don't even have safe conditions that they actually mine this product from. That's absolutely insane and atrocious. I don't love the highlight, so I'm not gonna put on any more of that, so that is that for now. Bronzer, 5 stars. This bronzer is a beautiful color. It went on and added a little bit more burgundy to my face. Now, we don't have fake lashes today, and I always say not every look needs fake lashes. Although I might put on fake lashes after this video. But for the sake of just this video and using only e.l.f. products, I'm going to apply my smudge proof mascara from e.l.f. So right now we're gonna go in with our upper mascara. Let's do one side with mascara and then the other without, and we'll see what e.l.f. has in store for us with this smudge proof mascara. I think that's a good amount, a good coat, a good 1 layer of mascara. Going into the bottom mascara now. I actually like how this mascara is making my bottom lashes look, because it's not giving me that like dolly looking mascara. I'm going to try to use the darkest brown, and I'm actually gonna go for this pink today. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna use the pink as a base lip color, so I'm gonna apply this in the center of my mouth. The pencil's nice and creamy. Now let's go in with our brown. This is just the brown lip liner that's in there. It just says lip liner on it. So I'm gonna line my lips. Is it gonna be dark enough? If I was fair complexioned, this lip liner would be the perfect color. However, it's a little bit too much like my natural lip color. I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip liner, and this is in the shade Club Hopper. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah. Okay. This is better. It's more of like a plummy dark brown. We can work with this. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm lining my lips with the dark liner. And I'm dragging the color in the inner corner parts of my mouth in towards the center of my lip. Blending together with my lips, just smacking them together. And then sharpen the line. Now the lip gloss itself feels like cheap. This part is like really light plastic. The handle is also very light plastic, so I'm not a major fan of that. Let's see if it's better than the Morphe glosses, because those give me nothing per little pump of gloss. So let's see. Okay, it could be more. It could be less, so. Ooh. It's got this like pink shimmer in there. This is actually very stunning. It's kind of reminding me of the Patrick Ta Beauty gloss in the She's an Influencer. Yeah, I need to go in a couple times to get as much gloss as I'm used to using, which is apparently a lot. Also, this pink. So that is the look, you guys. That is me using pretty much all the products that I bought from e.l.f. What do we think of this look? Wait, that's not the good eye. This is the better eye. What do we think of this look? So I'm taking just a little bit of clear gloss and I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is my blending brush. Dab that in the gloss. And I'm going to apply that on my eyelid. And that right there is the look. So honestly guys, I don't see why you would want to stress too much about getting high-end products, because honestly with drugstore and with more lower tiered makeup, it doesn't mean that you have to have a lower tiered looking makeup. Now I made a look that was pretty, I think, editorial. I used a little bit of the eyeglass. I used only the eyeshadows that came in the little bite-sized mini. No lashes. I'm obsessed. If you'd like to see a picture of what this look ended up looking like, I would head over to my Instagram at ITSBRANDYNCROSS, because that's where you can see all the images and sometimes videos that I post. But alright you guys, thank you so much for staying here today. If you watched till the end of the video, I appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so that you can be alerted every time that I post a video and a video goes live. Until then, I want to know what you want to see. I know that this was a video that I wanted to make because a lot of people were asking me about specific products that were higher end and not sure if they should buy into it because they're not much of a makeup wearer. And if you're not much of a makeup wearer, then you don't need to be spending $40, $50, $60 on foundation. Now this video is for someone who wants to get an editorial high-end look and not spend a lot of money. And you really don't need to spend a lot of money to get that high-end look. So much for watching. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to spend it watching me. What else could I say? Until then, watch the video that's down here. Take care of yourself, drink water. Bye everyone.